Hello. And in today's video, I decided to see if this lovely little art app called xiahongshu would work. I keep on seeing people argue about it on TikTok, which is pretty funny. I won't lie. I think it's funny. I think a lot of art TikTok discourse is funny. First I saw it and I saw like beginner artists being like, oh my god, and I would look at it and I was like, that's a tutorial. Like, that's an anime tutorial, right? And then other people started going like, an angel lost its wings, and then people fought back and went, no, that's just the style they prefer. And watching this, the only thing I thought was, okay, so people are like arguing about it on TikTok. I don't exactly have an opinion other than if someone wants to draw an anime style, it's fine. If they go from a more Western style to a more anime style, it doesn't matter all that much. It's just how they want to draw. Like, I bounced around a lot with art styles, even though I landed where I ended up landing. And so to me, it's not like it doesn't matter. I'm just doing this because I was like, people are arguing about it. Maybe I'll make a video. Just for little shits and giggles, see if maybe I'll get views. So what this first part of this video was me explaining that part and me trying out some tutorials I found on there. I'm gonna go in and I'm gonna figure out how to link the artists whose tutorials I followed and such, so that they're credited. Obviously, I don't want to just follow a tutorial and not credit somebody. But yeah, for this, I just was doing this like very slowly. One, I was having an art block, so I thought it'd be like funny to do these art tutorials. And two, I was just drawing this bit day by day, which was a regret. I regret doing it day by day. I should have just done it all in like 1 or 2 sittings because I ended up screwing myself for recording the second part of this video, but we'll get there. So I just went by and I compared. This is just me comparing how I drew versus a tutorial. I wouldn't say any are better or worse, other than I would say the hand one is slightly more detailed and maybe a little bit objectively better, but I don't know if I can draw that hand ever again or in any other position. So we're just gonna keep it the way it is. I don't know. And I thought I would compare it to and like say things like, I'm not exactly commentary, and I don't know what's really going on either. This is just because I saw people arguing about it, and I was like, maybe I should do it. I don't think it matters if you want to do with this tutorials or not. They're just Pinterest tutorials. When I was looking at them, they're like, it's like the stuff you'd find on Pinterest that was like stolen from somebody, and then you find it on Pinterest. That's what a lot of these tutorials are, at least from what I'm seeing. Like, a lot of the image tutorials are just that. I also didn't find them all that helpful. I don't speak Chinese, so a lot of the stuff they were saying in the tutorials were completely lost on me. So I was just copying what they were copying without understanding any of the madness. I understood what was going on, like with the hair tutorial. I understood why the blue and gray was there, was to make some of the hair look farther back, like to give it depth. I did understand that. But other things, like with the eye, I didn't understand why they put green in the red eye in the tutorial. I had no clue for that. And then for the body, I did 2 different body tutorials. One was too similar to what I could consider my own, how I'd usually do it. So I found another one that was a lot more like, gimmicky-ish. Like, so it was like, oh, just use the dot and the line tool. And I was like, that's different from how I draw. Let me do that one instead so that there's like a difference in like more of a comparison, per se. For the hand one, I didn't need it. The way I draw hands is pretty simple. I just draw out the shape of the hand and then draw the fingers. This one was like every individual finger, which usually I don't like hand tutorials like that, but I actually kind of liked the way they did it because it helped draw the knuckles, which I want to learn how to draw knuckles because I feel like I love seeing like characters with like weird little witchy hands. I'm sorry, that's really weird. But yeah, I thought, now that I did all these tutorials, I thought Because originally I was just going to do this and I was going to keep going, but then I was like, you know what? Let's make a whole drawing in 2 days. It's technically a day, but we'll get into that. Let's make a whole drawing in a day, just based off of all the stuff I find on there. What I did is I went digging. I found a pose. So first I picked a piece of a character to redraw. I picked a painting I was not so proud of to redraw or repaint the character in the painting. Half for I just wanted to draw this character and give it justice, and the other half was because, I'm not gonna lie, I wanted there to be a big difference, like a big leap in improvement between me using these techniques and me not, because I didn't think, like for the thumbnail and just for this video in general, because I didn't think there was gonna be a big leap here, because 1 week of tutorials it's not gonna do shit. I was just being funny because I thought it was funny. It isn't gonna do shit. So I thought I would pick something that I didn't do that great on, so that the leap in improvement would be more. So yeah, if Editing Mia remembers, this is where you would show the artwork in the thumbnail that I'm not so proud of. I painted this really badly, and I don't really know why. I don't know where I went wrong, but I did go wrong. This character is supposed to be like a Monster High doll, but a Frankenstein that's also a bunny. That's all I have. I don't even have a name. It's just a fun little character design that I made. And so yeah, on to the next part where I actually draw for realsies and explain like what I'm drawing and why. Hello, it's been so long since I have seen you guys. Isn't that crazy how time works? So long. It's not even like I was talking like 5 seconds ago. Okay, I'll stop. It's corny, I know. So for this one, like I said, I got the pose, and I got the outfit, and I got the tips they used the tutorials from xiahongshu. Like I said before, I think this is just like funny. I don't want anyone to think I'm being like from IE, I guess. I'm not trying to be. I just thought it was like a fun little experiment because people are arguing about art tutorials, which is wild, by the way. I think it's wild. I don't think it's something worth arguing for. I had a not crazy amount of arguing, just a little bit, but I don't even think there should be a little bit. I think as people, it's an art tutorial. It's fine. But yeah, so for this, I used the hand tutorial because I actually found it nifty. I don't think I'm going to continue it per se because it kind of gave me some pain, but also it was nice. I got super weird little creepy little hands like I wanted, and the hands also broken, but we're not gonna get into that. Why? She doesn't have bones. There we go. She's supposed to be like a stuffed animal thing. She doesn't have bones. There we go. It's been made canon. She has no bones. I don't need to worry about it. The next thing I did was I just fill bucket tooled everything. I had a feeling with all the tutorials I was going to find, I was going to end up doing it like how I used to do my old art style. So I just separated it like I would normally with the flats, with all the flat colors inside of like line art. I ended up not doing it like that, which I'm thankful for, because I feel like it just would have been me going like back in time instead of in the future. What it ended up doing, spoilers for later in the video, what I ended up doing was I colored everything in and then I rendered everything in black and white. Or I painted everything, like all the shadows and stuff, in black and white. I don't have a specific tutorial from where I got this from. I literally saw 5 or 6, maybe 7 or 8 artists do this. Like I would scroll, I'd see someone rendering in black and white and then colored version. And I'd be like, oh, that's neat. And then I would go to back to my eyeball tutorial. So I just kind of went, oh, people are rendering in black and white, and I just decided to do that, but without following anybody and just doing my own thing, because I do know how to shade. And painting in black and white isn't like the worst. It's actually a lot easier because you focus more on depth than the depth of things rather than the color, which I think is what I had my problem with when I was trying to recreate Arcane's art style. I think I'm going to try it next time in black and white. It might have more of an improvement because I'm focusing more on the actual shapes rather than the colors of the shapes. If you want to get into painting, try painting in black and white and then coloring over it. I just used I multiplied the colors over my lights, my darks and shadows, and then I colored the darks and the shadows. This isn't always the best course of action. I just did it because I thought it made it look more ghostly and like creepy, which is what I was going for. Like I said, this character has like no information other than I decided that she wasn't like she wasn't evil like my other albino bunny character. Yes, I have 2 albino bunny characters. She's more of a martyr in my mind, at least. That's all I have. So yeah, for this, I decided that I was gonna do white, and then I was gonna slowly render off of that with an airbrush and my normal brush. So I started out with an airbrush, and then I came back in with my normal brush, and I just kind of cel shaded and then added like lights and darks and blended a little bit. I didn't blend a whole bunch because a lot of these art, like when I was looking, a lot of these art styles, it's beautiful like painting and rendering, but it's like almost in a weird way cel shading with extra steps, with like extra blending. There's a lot of hard shadow. So I decided to keep that because it was like a lot of the art I was seeing that I was just collectively like smushing together for the sake of this video, and because it made my life easier because I didn't have to paint everything out. I just kind of cel shaded but yeah, so that's what I ended up doing. I do like how this turned out. I probably will not be doing this painting, not painting tech. I might do the black and white again because I did enjoy more or less focusing on the depth than the colors, but I don't think I'll be going back to the way the eyes were drawn and stuff. I probably will go back to that app for poses though, because it is like Pinterest, because there's lots of poses. And I will probably save that hand tutorial because I like the way the hands look. They're broken, and I'll never be able to recreate her. I think it's her left hand from her view, it's her left hand. From our view, it's her. Wait, no. From her view, it's her right hand. From our view, it's our left hand. I'm so sorry. I'm dyslexic. I will never be able to recreate that hand. It's gorgeous, and I'll never be able to recreate it, and I'm very sad about it. But there's nothing I can. There's nothing I can do. But yeah, I did like how this turned out. It's very creepy, like how I wanted it to be. Very like nun vibes. I wasn't initially going for nun. I was just going for the pose, and the pose had a hood on it, and so I'll link the pose too. So the pose had a hood on with some magic. I took away the magic part, but I did keep the hood because I think the hood made sense with the pose, and so I kept it, and I liked it, so it stayed. Yeah. Other than that, and then I added highlights, but they were just in white and like beige. But there isn't too much to. This isn't a very complex character. I just did the tutorials. I will say, from like my view standpoint, the after is a lot better than the before. But I didn't like the before very much either. I think I either overworked it or I didn't work on it enough, and that's why it looks the way it does. And this has been not overworked. But yeah. And then for any of you guys interested about this character, like I said, there's no name. I can tell you the design because she's based off of a lop-eared lion head, albino bunny, and Frankenstein. That's why she has like a short bob and the lopped ears, is because lion heads are fluffy, like a lion's mane. Lop-eared, ears are down, and Frankenstein because of all the stitches. She's like a stuffed animal too. I don't have anything about her character, like her personality, but that's what I have about her like design. Yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. I really appreciate you guys. If you're new here and you like this art, you should like and subscribe. If you're already subscribed, comment and share the video. See if anyone else wants to see if my art improved from 1 week worth of tutorials. It did not. The answer is it did not. I hope I didn't offend anybody with this because I realized this is technically drama. I was just being silly. And just experimenting because I saw people go before and after, and I was like, ooh, let's see if it works. I knew it wasn't gonna work because art is something you work at for a long time, more than a week to improve. I will say the black and white thing, I did know about it before, but I think I might actually look into just rendering in black and white. It might make my life easier, it might not. I have to figure out how I want to color how I would color over that. But once I figure out how to color over that, it would probably make my life easier. I could probably render and then color later. Oh. Anyway, this is getting way too long. But yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. I really appreciate you guys, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye-bye.